there Booktube, it's Janet, and I've got a bit of an unexpected book haul. I'm doing Bookopoly, as you know, this year with Eleanor, where we're not buying books. For Christmas, I've done my Christmas book haul. My husband always takes the easy option. So what he does is he gets me to send him links to my Amazon wish lists, and basically he just goes down the list and buys with one click. So I had all my Christmas presents, but what he had done and not realised, which is nice for me, is he'd also bought me some pre-orders of books that hadn't come out yet. So things have been arriving through the post, which is a lovely surprise. And so I'm going to show you what has arrived so far. So the first one I've got to show you is Saga Volume 8 by Brian K. Vaughan. Really popular graphic novel series on BookTube. Really pleased to get it because obviously with my book buying hiatus, I really do appreciate having this because it's a series I love and I'd like to continue on with. So I was very thrilled to get that one, and I'm not going to tell you anything about it. It's Volume 8, and if you haven't read anything about Saga, where have you been? And yeah, again, it's a great graphic novel series if you want to start reading graphic novels. In fact, it was the first graphic novel that I picked up, Saga, and it was the one that was probably responsible for me to get into and loving graphic novels. I also got Three Things About Elsie, the new one by Joanna Cannon, and I was absolutely thrilled to get this one. I read The Trouble with Goats and Sheep last year, and it was one of my absolute favourite books of the whole year. I loved it, so I was absolutely thrilled to get this book. It's a beautiful naked hardback, and it just looks like, and it's like a jigsaw, but it actually reminds me of a bit of Battenberg cake. And this follows 84-year-old Elsie, who is in a sort of like some sort of elderly sheltered accommodation, and she must have had some sort of accident and she's waiting to be rescued by someone. So she's maybe had a fall or something like that, and apparently Elsie's got some sort of secret from her past, and that's all I know about it. But if it's as good as the first book by Joanna Cannon, I will be very happy indeed. Next, I got Descender Volume 5 by Jeff Lemire, and again, I was really thrilled to get this one because I love this series, and obviously I wanted to carry on with it, so I was absolutely thrilled when this one plopped through the door. And it's a little bit, this is a sci-fi series and it's about robots, and I do love the cover of this one. It's quite bleak, and it's unusual for a graphic novel cover because you usually get quite a big smack in your face cover, you know, it's usually bright, and so I quite like the bleakness of this. It's great, so quite keen to get my hands on that one, so I was really thrilled that he did that. Also got Iolan Gold by Pierce Brown, the hardback, and this is the fourth book in the Red Rising series. I haven't read the Red Rising series. I've got the first 3 books, and I wanted this one because I've heard such great things about it that when I do read it, I want to have the next one to read. So I am not going to read any blurb on the back because I've only got a vague notion of what this series is about, and really I should just get around to picking it up and getting on with it. And finally, I've got my final Shelf Slam 2017 gift, which came from Brittany from Under the Radar Books, and this one was our December book, but obviously coming from the USA, it's obviously taken a little while to get over here, and this is The Falconer by Elizabeth May. This is set in Edinburgh, which is another place I absolutely love, and it follows Lady Elena Cameron, who was apparently she's some sort of heiress, socialite, and everything was going well until her mother was murdered by the fairy element, and so I think she becomes some sort of an assassin and goes around and kills the fae people. I've never read a book that's about fae and fairy lore, so I'm quite keen to read this one, and so it sounds a bit yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if it's a series or not, or if it's a standalone. I'm sure I'll find out as I get into it. So that's what I got. So that's my little unexpected Christmas book haul. I've no idea if anything else is going to arrive in the post. There's no point asking himself because I don't think he paid any attention to what he was buying whatsoever. He just click, click, click. So that's fine for me. So you never know if things may turn up. And although they are sort of coming out in 2018 and I'm not buying books, they're actually my Christmas presents. So you never know, something might turn up in July. So it's always nice to have a surprise. So if anything does appear, or if this is the end of it, Who knows? I will let you know if anything drops through the letterbox. So I will see you all soon, BookTube. Keep reading. Bye!